Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. Hold on, let me find my live chat here. It's pouring the rain here. It's so loud. I hope my microphone don't pick it up. Hey, Matt, Sapphire, good morning. Did y'all have a good weekend? I had a busy weekend. Just, helping Smokey, and, he's been sick. That's why I didn't do my member stream or my stream Friday. Smokey had to go to the vet. He's been having some breathing problems. They gave him some pills, and he's got to go back this afternoon. He's got some, I don't know what he calls them, like it's like pockets of fluid on his chest, like a fatty, like tumor or something like that. Hey, Linda Kay. Honey, I saw your message and I have been meaning to text you back, and I have not had a chance yet, but I will do that. I've just been busy, busy, busy. Tammy, busy has got you. I know it. I know. I stay busy. I'm wore out, guys. I'm up all hours of the night. I have to take Smokey in and out of the house at night because he's got to go do his business. But I got him some pills from Tractor Supply. It's like some vitamins, chewable things for incontinence. Because sometimes, guys, he'll just get up off his bed, take a step off his bed, and just start urinating. He can't help it. He can't help it. He would never do that, if he wasn't elderly and sick. It's probably my last Christmas with him, unfortunately. We're going to be fixing our apartment up. Oh, that's great. That's great. I've got a lot of work I need to do around here. The little bathroom, this little bedroom, Timothy's bedroom. It needs to be painted and all that. Are you decorating, Tammy? Tammy, are you the one that commented and said you had a Marilyn Monroe tree? Somebody did. I can't remember who it was. Ever who that was, you definitely need to dig that tree out and put it up. Sapphire, thank you for loving him so much. Oh, I love it. My heart's broke, y'all. My heart's broke. I told him this morning it's probably our last Christmas together. I talk to my dogs, y'all, like they're humans, and I started crying. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Oh, my fur baby is about that age too. It's not fair. Smokey, I mean, he's never went without food, anything. He's always went to the vet. He's always healthy until about a year ago, about a year and a half ago. He started having seizures, and then he lost his eyesight. Tammy, yes, it's me. I got Marilyn Monroe. Girl, you need to put that up. I thought it was you. Um, Anyways, I thought we would talk about the school shooter from Michigan this morning. What's his name? Ethan Crumbley. Oh my gosh, guys, me and Mark have such different opinions about this case. He don't think the parents should be charged. Is he crazy? Like they totally should have been charged, and they were for involuntary manslaughter because they bought that kid that gun. That gun was not locked up. They were actually called to school that day of the shooting because of he had this drawing. He told the school officials he was designing a video game, but it had he had a drawing of like bullets and blood and things like that. He wrote "The world is dead" on it, and all this. The parents were called to school that day over it, and you know what? They refused to take him home. He was sent back to class. Nobody checked his backpack or anything. I mean, everybody's got the right to their opinion. If any of y'all think they shouldn't be charged, that's fine. But I just don't understand why anybody would think that. I'm not against guns. I feel like if people want to have guns, they can have them. They got the right to bear arms, but you got to be responsible gun owners when you got kids. And I just don't understand it. If my son drawed something like that, I would be taking him to a psychiatrist, therapy, counseling, something. I would be doing something. I wouldn't be sending him back to class. This is crazy. Okay, there's his parents. There he is. He looks a little like a little weirdo. New details have come to light about what the Michigan high school shooter said and did before gunning down 4 students and injuring 7 others. In a letter released Sunday, Oxford Community School Superintendent Tim Thorne um, wrote the accused shooter, 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley, told school authorities the violent drawings he was found with were for a video game he was designing. I reckon they believed that. Hours before Tuesday's shooting, a teacher had observed the illustration, which included a depiction of a bullet, a person who was shot twice and bleeding, laughing emoji, according to the Detroit News. The drawing also contained the words, "The thoughts won't stop. Help me. Blood everywhere. My life is useless and the world is dead." The student was immediately removed from the classroom, brought to the guidance counselor's office, where he claimed the drawing was part of a video game he was designing, and informed counselors that he planned to pursue video game design as a career. Thorne's letter reads. School staff then called Crumbley's parents. While waiting for them to arrive, staff spoke with and observed Ethan, during which time he expressed concern about missing homework assignments. At no time did counselors believe that the student might harm others based on his behavior, responses, and demeanor, which appeared calm, the letter reads. There's his parents. When the parents finally got to the school, counselors asked Crumbley about his potential for harming himself or others, and his answers left counselors with the conclusion that he did not intend to harm anyone or himself. However, the parents never advised the school that he had access to a firearm or that they had purchased one for him recently, the end of November, I believe. The school recommended Ethan see a counselor, told the parents if they did not arrange counseling for him within 48 hours, the school would contact CPS, Child Protective Services. When the parents were asked to take Ethan home for the day, they flatly refused and left without their son, apparently to return to work. The letter states, it continues, given the fact the child had no prior disciplinary infractions, the decision was made he would be returned to a classroom rather than sent home to an empty house. One day before the shooting, a teacher had observed Ethan shopping for bullets on his phone during class. Ethan met with school staff and said shooting sports are a family hobby and that he had recently visited a shooting range with his mom. The school attempted to contact Ethan's mother, but did not initially hear back, the letter states. The parents confirmed the account the following day. The school district said it remains unconfirmed whether Ethan was carrying the gun used in the rampage in his backpack. The superintendent said the district is seeking an independent third-party review of the events surrounding the shooting. Ethan faces 24 charges for the deaths of 4 students and the wounding of 7 more people, including a teacher. The parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, are facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. They was hiding out. I got another article right here. Here's the thing. I heard on the news, now I don't know if this is wrong or not, but I heard on the news that, okay, when they took him to the guidance counselor's office over the drawing, when the guidance counselor left the room or something, Ethan marked out some of the words, like the world is dead and all that. He scratched it out. That's what I heard on Fox News. Let me look at the chat for a minute. Let's catch it up here. Hey, Hibiscus. Is this not playing? Okay. So what do y'all think about this? Good morning. Them and the Turpin parents are tied for the worst parents ever. Hey, Turquoise Kitten. I wonder if Ethan knows his parents are in the same jail. Good question. It is Stacy. Yes, they should be charged because he is under 18. So, did nobody check his backpack? I know they say it's unclear if he had the gun in his backpack, but did nobody check his backpack? Because when I used to get busted at school for smoking, they'd make me empty my pockets and check my backpack. They'd also check your lockers if you got a lighter or anything. I just don't understand why they didn't take him home from school. Guess they didn't want to miss work. I don't know. But also heard on the news that the mother texted Ethan about 1 o'clock and said, "Don't do it, Ethan." When I guess she discovered the gun was gone from the house. And then the dad, when he heard there was an active shooter or school shooting, he called the police and told them, that the gun was missing. Sapphire, my high school son sent me a pic of his first hour. 8 children in attendance. Parents are scared. Me too. Oh, I bet, Sapphire. Me too. I mean, it can happen anywhere. It don't matter if you live in a small town like I do or not. It can still happen. It happens all the time. Tammy, pocket and backpack. Don't understand why they would not have done that. I know it. Carolina girl, prosecutors have pointed out that the school had the legal right to search his locker and book bag, but did not do it. I thought that, hey, Kathy, good morning. I thought they had the right to do it. They used to search us. Or if they smelt smoke on us, guys, they'd make us empty our purses, backpacks, pockets. They'd get right in our backpacks, see if we had any cigarettes or lighter or anything. I just don't understand this. This could have been prevented. Now let's go to this other article here. So they was hiding out in their artist friend's studio. Um, I guess he's fully cooperating with law enforcement, but he's claiming that he did not know that they were wanted for involuntary manslaughter. Let's read it. Detroit artist whose studio harbored the parents of Oxford High School shooting suspect Ethan Crumbley while they were hiding from police said through his lawyer he has a friendly relationship with the Crumbleys, but was unaware they'd been charged with involuntary manslaughter when they came to him for safety. Detroit police found and arrested James and Jennifer Crumbley early Saturday morning in the commercial space that houses Decora Interior Art Design. 65-year-old Polish-born artist, how do you say this, Andrei Sikora's studio? Sikora's attorney, Clarence Das, told the Associated Press that the Crumbleys came to the artist studio Friday morning, but that Sikora didn't know that they stayed the night. There was a lot of confusion, and the Crumbleys went to him for safety. He didn't know about the charges, Das said. They were there in the daytime. He left in the early evening. He didn't know they were still there. I bet. The Crumbley's 15-year-old son faces 24 counts. Okay, we know that. He faces 24 counts. Okay. Okay, so that's the artist. Be a good picture if it was like somebody more attractive standing there. Das said that Sikora contacted police Saturday morning when he learned of the charges against the Crumbleys and is cooperating with the investigation. So I guess he is the one that told police where they was at. Oakland County Undersheriff confirmed to the Associated Press on Sunday that Das had contacted them and an interview was being set up with the artist. The attorney would not provide any details of his relationship with the Crumbleys, citing the investigation. Mr. Sikora has not been charged with any crime, Das said in a statement released earlier on Sunday. Nevertheless, upon learning of the Crumbleys' arrest on December 4, 2021, he voluntarily contacted Detroit Police Department. Oh, after they was arrested, he contacted them. Okay, I get it. He maintains his innocence throughout this process and is fully cooperating with law enforcement to assist in their investigation. The Daily Beast, however, said that a photograph of Sikora and a mural he was working on in Oxford was published in the Oxford Leader, and the photographer was Jen Crumbley, a name Jennifer Crumbley uses. The cut line was later removed from the article, but it can still be seen at archive.org. I guess maybe that's the picture they're talking about. That's a mural. I can't hardly say that. We'll look and see. Let's click it. Come on. Okay. Oh, that's the mural. Okay. It's a pretty cool picture. Who's that like supposed to be? Uh, his mural of Red Knapp's namesake. Who's Red Knapp? I don't even know if that's how you say that. The dapper gentleman is an old-fashioned suit, holds up a fish on the corner of M24 and Burdick Street at the center of Oxford. The man is Lyle Red Knapp himself, the founder of the original Red Knapp's Dairy Bar in Rochester. Okay. So she is like a photographer, I guess, Ethan's mom. Okay, let me get back to my chat. Let's see what y'all are saying. I just feel like there's not a lot I can say about this besides prayers for the families. I can't imagine what they're going through. My opinion, this could have been prevented, and I'm glad the parents are charged. I'm glad they're charged. Now, everybody has the right to their own opinion, but this could have been prevented. Now, you know he had to have some behavioral problems at home. You know it. They had to know he wasn't right in the head. They must be avid gun collectors, avid gun shooters, whatever. Tammy, children are not even old enough to have a lighter, let alone a gun. I know. It was like a big deal to have a lighter at school and a cigarette, you know. How you doing, Melanie? Kathy, last two schools here were closed after threatening graffiti was found at the school in anonymous threats. Oh my gosh. Hey, RNA. He's feeling a little bit better. Guys, I gave him the same breathing pills that I had on my shelf in here of Chloe's left over. He's feeling a little better. He's asleep right now. He was coughing last night. He was wheezing bad. Wheezing bad. He goes back this afternoon to the vet. Linda, I agree the parents are where they should be, CC. Yeah, Carolina, I'm curious if he was a loner, bullied, or what. Well, it seems like he played video games a lot, which my son plays video games a lot, but he's still got like a lot of friends. Maybe he was just one of these that played video games and didn't have many friends. Who knows? He hadn't been in trouble at school or anything. I'm telling you, if this had happened at our school, the parents wouldn't have had no choice but to take him home. How can you refuse to take your kid home from school when they find a drawing like that? I don't understand that. They should have suspended him from school, regardless of what they said. They just didn't want to miss a day's work. This is bad, guys. This is bad. I blame the parents for this and the school because it seems like nobody checked his backpack. Here's something from 2 hours ago. Let me click on it about this. Let's see what it's saying. The parents of Michigan high school student accused in the shooting deaths of 4 classmates are under arrest. Police say the parents did not take necessary precautions and ignored warning signs that their son could harm others. Well, we know that. That's not breaking news. We know that. Hell, we know that. If you can fill up your bathroom with hot steam from the shower, put smoke in it, it can help a lot. Good idea. Good idea, Charlie Faith. That's a good idea. I used to do that with Chloe. I'll have to do that with him. The school should have searched his belongings. I know, especially with the drawing like that and knowing the day before the shooting, he was caught looking up bullets online. Then the next day there's a drawing. Yeah, this totally could have been prevented. I was watching a football game. I can't remember even who was playing. Mark was watching it, and I was in there. And there was some parents and some kids from that Oxford High School there. And I asked Mark, I was like, did they lose a kid in that shooting? And he said, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that they did. It's so sad. So sad. Let's pray for all those families, guys. I mean, it's almost Christmas. This is horrible. But let's move on. I don't really like covering the school shooters because these school shooters, that's what they want. They want to be infamous, most of them. So they like getting all the attention from the media and on social media and stuff. So I don't like covering them. But I wanted to talk about this morning because like Mark disagrees with me. I can't debate with him, y'all, because I get very angry. He's one of those people that thinks he knows everything. This is nothing I don't tell him to his face either. And it's like, how can you not see him? It aggravates me. How can you not see that it's their fault? They refuse to take their kid home. It's also the school's fault, too. They should have been like, you're going to take that kid home or we're going to call the police on y'all. That's what they should have done. And the CPS. It's just annoying. I'm not a good debater, guys. That's why I can't debate nobody, because I get angry. Everybody knows what happens when I get angry. I get smart mouthed. Anyways, let's move on from that. An interesting article this morning I wanted to read. I just glanced through it a little bit. DNA from a conch shell leads to killer who was pallbearer at victim's funeral 20 years ago. A seashell had DNA on it. You want to know why? Because it was the murder weapon. Let's read this. I'm all for metal detectors in school if it's safe. Me too. Me too. Sandy Hook anniversary is the 15th. Is it, Carolina girl? You know, I've heard like a lot of people say that Sandy Hook didn't happen. And I'm like, are you people ignorant? I've heard people say, oh, those was paid actors. People are so ignorant around here. Hey, yeah, before we talk about this, I'm subscribed to My Four Seasons channel. I think she changed her name to Seasons. I just love her. I always have. Anyways, she had a community post the other day that people are raising money so that they can go to Tennessee, harass the Wells family, and take bullhorns with them. Now, what's that going to do? That's not going to find summer. I tell you what, if people did that around here, they'd be arrested for disturbing the peace. You can't do that. You can't stand outside somebody's house and like disturb the whole neighborhood around here. Your ass will get cuffed and stuff. I think these people are ignorant on here. Some of these YouTube creators, hey, 95% of us are just nobodies. Not professional, no credentials, like myself, no credentials, non-professional. So you shouldn't be contacting victims' families and going to their houses and protesting stuff. It's ridiculous. Get a freaking life. Get out and get you a man or a woman or spend time with your husband or boyfriend and quit harassing people. You look like a bunch of weirdos. Nobody respects people that do things like that. I damn sure don't. I do not respect anybody that does stuff like that or victim bashes families or contacts families and then have crime victims' families and then have drama with them. Like, get a freaking life. Karma's a bitch. All that shit's going to come back on you if you do crap like that. Millie, I'm listening in. I'm going to run out and feed my funny farm. I'll take you in my pocket. Hey, I do that a lot. Usually I have to lay my phone up on Annabelle's shed so I can finish listening to the stream so I got Wi-Fi. Cece, you put your heart into yours. I know. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I mean, I know I laugh and joke during my streams. I have to because these crimes bother me and stuff. But I try to be respectful, and I would never reach out to a victim's family and, then have drama with them. I don't reach out to families. I do not get personally involved. If I did, it'd probably bring me more views, but that's just not my style. I just like to come on here, discuss the true crime news with y'all, give my opinion, get y'all's opinion, and that's it. Pray for them. Thank God no one can get close to my house because I have a locked gate. I'd go out there and I'd kick their ass. I tell you what, if somebody's outside screaming with a bullhorn, I'd take that bullhorn and I'd stick it up their butt Then I'd have to go to jail, I guess. I wouldn't put up with that. Mm-mm. I'd probably really go off if my kid was missing or something like that. And somebody out there with a bullhorn accused me of doing something and I was innocent, you know. I honestly don't think Don Wells knows where Summer's at. Honestly, I don't. I've never thought that he had something to do with it. Never. Candace, different story. I'm not accusing her, but I'm very suspicious of her. I just know what it's like to live up in a freaking holler. I just don't see how somebody could have abducted her in broad daylight like that with it, people home. Anything's possible. It could have happened, but I don't believe she was abducted. That's just my opinion. Okay, so let's talk about this conch shell. Ooh, that's a nice conch shell. I need a striped fox conch shell for my hermit crab, my biggest one. Surprisingly, I know about different seashells and their names and stuff because I have hermit crabs. Actually, I got a conch shell just like that. Okay, let me get serious. The DNA from conch shell leads to killer, who was pallbearer at victim's funeral 20 years ago. That is disgusting. I've read several and watched about several cases. This one case, this girl killed her best friend. Nobody knew it for months, but she was at the funeral. She was going to the victim's mother's house and um, comforting her and getting close to the victim's mother. Then it turns out she's the one that killed her best friend. Sick. Police say they solved the 2001 murder of a disabled Massachusetts mother after investigators zeroed in on DNA inside an unusual murder weapon. On Thursday, Bristol District Attorney Thomas Quinn III announced the grand jury had indicted 53-year-old David Reed in connection with the killing of 41-year-old Rosemary, oh my gosh, Moniz, something, who was found dead in her New Bedford home on March 23rd, 2001. Rosemary's father had come to take her to a previously scheduled doctor's appointment that day. Instead, he found her brutally beaten on a bathroom floor in a pool of blood. At the time, authorities determined that Rosemary had been bludgeoned to death with the fireplace poker, cast iron kettle, and a conch shell. The woman's purse had also been scattered across the floor, and it appeared cash was stolen. The autopsy revealed skull fractures, gaping lacerations, and other injuries that resulted in bleeding from both ears, broken nasal bones, and a broken left cheekbone. The medical examiner also noted multiple contusions resulting from blunt force trauma all over her body. There was no indication of forced entry into the home. The case went nowhere, but was reopened in 2019 by the district attorney's cold case unit, which determined that the injuries to Rosemary's face were likely from being hit by the conch shell. That conclusion suggested that the suspect might have had their fingers in the shell while holding it. So investigators tested the interior of the shell for DNA. They got a full DNA profile, ran it through a national database, which eventually led to Reed. Reed is Rosemary's half-brother and had served as one of the pallbearers in her funeral. Investigators also tested samples from under the victim's fingernails and found the DNA from Reed's male family tree. Found the DNA from Reed's male family tree. That was found, it says. I think that's wrote wrong. Reed eventually fled the state after police began questioning him in late 2020 and moved across the country in what Quinn described as an apparent attempt to elude authorities. Reed was arrested September 10, 2021, sleeping at the Providence Rescue Mission shelter in Rhode Island. Prosecutors say Reed is also facing charges of attempted murder and robbery of another woman in New Bedford in 2003. The charges are likely to vindicate Rosemary's son Bobby, who was 19 years old at the time of the killing. He was considered a suspect early on in the case, in part because he was found sleeping in a second floor bedroom at the time Rosemary's body was found. But investigators determined that he had been out late with friends the night before and snuck back home around 4:30 a.m., about 5 hours after investigators determined that Rosemary was killed. Rosemary's brother, Alfred Fred Kuhnhaut III, told the Globe that the murder of his sister haunts him. I'd say it does. The terror she must have felt that night really, really bothers me. Makes me physically sick, the terror she must have felt that night, Kuhnhaut told the newspaper. My sister was the most loving, most gentle person you could ever meet. That is cruel right there. Kill someone and then be a pallbearer at their funeral. And that was her what did it say? It was her stepbrother. Tammy. Hey Cheryl T. I'm sorry, I believe Dawn knows as much as Candace does. That just he might do it, Cheryl T. Dawn and Candace are drunk. That is it. They are too drunk to know anything. Yeah, they are drunks. It's been hard for me to follow Summer's case because all that has been talked about is teeth lately. Who's talking about teeth? What's going on with the teeth? I haven't even listened to nothing about Summer's case in a while because I know there's no new evidence or breaking news. DNA has been solving a lot of cold cases. Yes, and the genealogy websites and all that, that's been helping too. That's solved many, many cases because they can go back and they can link the DNA to somebody or tell that, hey, the DNA came from somebody in this family. It's so cool. You can't get away with murder. You cannot. I mean, they've been solving cases that happened 40 years ago. And it's a lot of it's because that the genealogy websites. Linda K. DNA solved mine. Yeah. DNA is freaking awesome. Just think used to, they didn't have DNA. And there have been a lot of people wrongfully convicted and then years later exonerated when DNA came out. Hey, they were completely innocent. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being in prison for years for something that you didn't do? I mean, it's like a freaking nightmare you can't wake up from. Okay, let's see else is going on in the world. I want to know why people are talking about teeth in the Summer Wells case. Nobody never did tell me. Who's getting some teeth? Is Candace getting some new teeth? What's going on with that? Yeah, Linda. Yeah, Linda Kay was kidnapped. She's told me her story. I see her putting it in the chat there. Kidnapped in the late 60s, she said, and DNA proved that she had been kidnapped. That's so crazy. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. I saw something else that was sad. Toddler girl was beaten to death. I believe it was Saturday or Sunday. And she told by her dad, and she was telling him that she was sorry, guys, and that she loved him, and he just kept beating on her. Let's pull this up here. This is so sad. She's so cute. Bless her heart. Toddler girl told dad, I love you. I'm sorry, as he beat her to death. I hate reading these, but let's read it. The family of a Texas toddler who was allegedly beaten by her father on Sunday resulted in her death days later has accused Child Protective Services of not intervening despite receiving several reports about ongoing abuse at the home. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported that, oh my gosh, let me see if I can say his name. Billy Joyner Jr. beat Elena, age 3, causing her to suffer a heart attack, cardiac arrest. The toddler was reportedly declared brain dead before she died on Wednesday. Elena's great aunt, Letitia Carter, told the Star Telegram that the toddler and her 4 siblings were repeatedly abused, with her 5-year-old sister being beaten the day Elena was hospitalized. On Saturday, the day before Elena was reportedly beaten, she was burned with scalding water, according to Carter. Well, let me tell you something. If I know something like that was going on in the house and the CPS wouldn't do nothing about it, I'd have to take action. I'd have to go in there and take that child somehow, forcefully, somehow. I couldn't. There's no way I could just sit at home and just like try to forget that little kids are being scalded with water and beaten. No way. Okay, KTVT reported that the toddler's mother witnessed Joyner Jr. beating his daughter on Sunday. I'd have picked up something and knocked that son of a bitch's brains out. Relatives told the news outlet the girl arrived at the hospital, 2 black eyes, a broken arm, bruising around her ears. Marissa, the girl's mother, was saying the whole time that Billy was beating Elena, she was fighting like she was another grown man. Oh, he was fighting her like she was another grown man, Uncle Matthew Malone told KTVT. She was just saying, Daddy, I love you. I'm sorry, I love you. And he was just wailing her. And I reckon you just stood there and let him? The girl's aunt alleged the toddler's older sister told her during the beating, Stop crying and he'll stop hitting you. Carter told a Star Telegram that CPS was called on at least 6 prior instances, and that relatives and neighbors alerted the agency to the family. Carter said the children were not permanently separated from Joyner Jr., leading her to warn the agency that one of the children would die if it allowed the father to stay in the home. Well, I blame the mother for this too. Carter claimed the first call was made to CPS when the now 5-year-old was 6 months old. Carter's mother reportedly tried to take the children, but the CPS eventually returned them to Joyner Jr.'s home. Well, them case workers need to be charged and fired. CPS could have saved them 5 years ago when all this started with him, she told the Star Telegram. Carter also alleged that 2 months before the toddler's death, someone filed a report asking for CPS to intervene. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Hold on just a minute. Let me see. Somebody's knocking on my door.
I'm getting ready to leave. I'm gonna get my weed eater and go out here and get that, and let's quit and go get it serviced. Drop it off.
Okay.
So just let me know.
Okay. Well, be careful. Okay. According to KDFO, the agency confirmed it had prior involvement with the family, but it would not disclose the nature of those meetings. Citing court records, the Star Telegram reported Joyner Jr. was charged with domestic assault for choking his girlfriend, April 2020. He ultimately received deferred adjudication or something, 5 years probation. Joyner Jr., who was arrested Monday, faces aggravated assault charges for December 2020 incident where he allegedly threatened someone with a gun. He needs his brains beat out. In connection with his daughter's death, he is charged with injury to a child, aggravated assault, evading arrest. He may face additional charges once the medical examiner confirms Elena's cause of death. Meanwhile, the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services confirmed to the Star Telegram that the 4 surviving children were removed from the home. Yeah, it took one of them dying for them to remove them from the damn home. This is bullshit. Yeah, I know a lot of people's going to say, oh, the mother, she was probably abused and afraid of him. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. She should have protected her children. She should have left the home with them if she knew he was abusing them. She stood there while he was wailing on this child like she was a grown man and her saying, Daddy, I love you. I'm sorry. And she stood there and let him beat that child to death. You can't tell me she couldn't have picked up something and knocked him in the back of the head. or picked up the phone, called 911. I mean, you can't tell me she couldn't have done something like that. I know a lot of women that's been abused, and when the abuse starts happening to the kids, they get their kids and they leave. It's so sad. Prayers for her surviving family. I'm not trying to like victim bash or anything, but I mean, the mother should have done something. How could you not do anything? I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, guys. Exactly, RNA. What a low life. Bless that baby's heart. I can just hear and see it in my mind saying, Daddy, I'm sorry. I love you. That about makes me cry, guys. It's why I don't like reading about these kids' cases. Yes, she could have got him off that baby. That's exactly right. And the other kid telling her, stop crying and he'll stop hitting you. So sad. I don't know how you can watch it. I mean, I'm telling you what. Somebody says a smart word to my son and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to brawl. That's just the way I am. I'm with you, Cece. He would have had to kill me before I would have allowed him to touch my child. Me too. She could have picked up something and knocked him in the back of the head. She could have picked up a skillet. It don't got to be an iron one. You pick up a skillet and you hit as hard as you can somebody in the back of the head, they're going to go down. I mean, I don't know. It's just sad. It's sad. And CPS workers need to be charged too. They need to be fired and charged. That happened in the AJ Friend, what was it? AJ Friend Jr. case. They have been called to the home many times. The house was a pigsty. The little boy been beat and burned all the time, and they didn't do anything. Nothing happened until the child was murdered. Then, like his little brother got took, and then the social workers got fired. I believe they got charged with something too. I can't remember. Pretty sure I know they got fired. I'm pretty sure they got charged with something. Anyways, I wish I hadn't read that now. Her story deserves to be told, though. People to hear it. Bless her heart. She is such a beautiful little girl. Was a beautiful little girl. Breaks my heart. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I'm just scrolling through the true crime here. See if I see anything else catches my eye here. Georgia couple locks 6-year-old daughter in filthy bedroom to keep her away from their other children. Let's see, they got some weird names here. Hope I can pronounce them. Let's look at this. Gosh, what is wrong with these people abusing their kids? I just don't see how anyone could abuse their own child or any child for that matter. I just don't understand. See, it take these people that beat on little kids, animals. They do it because they're actually freaking cowards on the inside. Cowards, they feel powerless, and it makes them feel strong and powerful to beat on something weaker than them. That's what I think. Let's look at these two weirdos. Look at their eyes. Manson eyes. Georgia couple been charged with child cruelty for allegedly leaving 6-year-old daughter in a filthy bedroom for hours on end. Tiffany Laner, something like that, Laner, 29, Joseph Lipscomb, 35. What a name, Lipscomb. Were charged with 1 count each of first-degree cruelty to children. Hopefully the kid's alive. I think so. Arrest warrants for the pair described the room was filled with trash and a broken mattress along with 2-inch foam mattress topper on which the girl slept. The warrant says that Lanner and Lipscomb shut the little girl away between late August and early November, apparently to prevent her from interacting with the other children. The girl was let out of the room late at night after the other children had gone to bed. Pieces of shit. Police did not release any other information about what led to the couple's arrest. They are being held without bond. Lipscomb was also charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. See you later, asshole. That's like 10 years and 10 years for each bullet that you got if you're a felon. Yes. Well, that's the way it is in Virginia. I know. I had a friend who got caught. He was a convicted felon. He got caught with a gun. He got caught with bullets, and they gave him like 10 years for each bullet. Kid you not. Thank God this child's alive. Thank God they were arrested. Because if this had been allowed to have gone on, they probably would have killed her. Now, it didn't say anything about her being beat on, just that she was locked in the filthy bedroom for hours on end. That is horrible, but I hope that's all. Just locked in the bedroom. I hope there was no abuse, which that is abuse, but I mean like physical abuse. I hope they was feeding her and stuff. Probably not. Just have to see what's going on with it. Maybe they'll release some more facts later on. Let me get to my chat and see what y'all are saying. I'm going to have to get off here in a minute because Mark left and Smokey's in there. And I can't hardly do anything for Smokey, guys. I can't hardly leave the house at all. Because I'm afraid he'll get up and walk into the wall and just be standing there lost and confused and all that. I hope that people in the community where this little girl's at donate her presents and stuff for Christmas. She deserves a good Christmas after what she's just been through. Why didn't they want her around the other kids? How come it is in most of these child abuse cases, they single out one child most of the time? Most of the time, they single out one child that they beat on. I don't understand that. CC, my family has subscribed to you now. Oh, thank you, Linda. Tell them welcome. I appreciate it so much. I lost like 8 subscribers. I don't know why. Probably because my schedule's been messed up lately. I don't know. Hey, if you don't want to stay subscribed to my channel, no. I got a mean comment from the Grinch. Yeah, that was the person's name, the Grinch. Under one of my community posts. I just deleted the post. Somebody asked me to drop. They said something about my wish list. Like, look, I didn't want to drop that. Somebody emailed me and they was like, yes, do it, share it. Okay. But there was some things on there that was supposed to be into my private wish list that I keep. Y'all have heard me talk about. I put stuff in my wish list and I save up and I go back and get it. That was my jacket, boots, and jeans. So I switched them to my other list. They had something smart to say about I'm a scammer. Now, have y'all ever heard me get on here and say, y'all, I need some money? Now, back in the summer, when me and Mark went through all that and stuff, there were some people that gave me some donations. Shout out to Cement Shoes. He gave me a big donation. Him and Melissa, bless his heart. But I didn't ask. People just know that I was having a hard time and I didn't have any money or anything. But I did not ask. But they called me a scammer. And I just like to say to the Grinch, troll, I hope you have a horrible Christmas. You must be a loser. To take the time to create an email in a troll account, read my big post, because I was talking about Smokey in it at the beginning, go through the wish list, and then leave a big comment. You're a loser. How about trying to go get a man, woman, maybe both, get you some, it'll make you feel better. Okay? I have never asked for money. I would never ask for money. And I knew I did not want to post that link because I knew. Well, after they said that to me, I went to my. They was like, "This is a joke. This woman's a scammer. She'll ask for money." I have never asked for money, and I was like, "Why are they so mad about some sloth stuff on a Christmas wish list?" And I went and looked, and my jacket and boots and jeans was on there. So I just simply moved it to my other list, and I thought, "Hey, crap! I'll just send this link to them personally if they want it." Um, but anyway, yeah, I wouldn't expect nobody to buy me jacket, boots, and jeans. That's my stuff. I have saved it. I want for my birthday, and I'm going to get it. Okay. I hate people. They don't know anything about you. I didn't see it, but could you post it? Yeah, I'll post it in Discord. I don't expect nobody to buy me nothing. But somebody's like, yeah, do it, do it. And I was like, no, I was reluctant to do it. But I've got 2 or 3 wish lists, y'all, on my Amazon thing. If I see something I want, like I got a wish list like for some bathroom stuff, like the sugar skull decorations. And I got my private wish list. I put stuff on I want to go back and buy later. And the jacket and jeans and boots. And that was for the other list. But oh well. Oh well. Oh, people are so crazy. You know what? I know who this person is. Like, most people respect me in this community and like me. There's only like a handful of people that don't like me. And I know exactly who that was that posted that comment. Yeah. Same one that sent a little letter through mail. I'm not stupid. Years ago, sent that letter to Mark years ago. I'm not stupid. Who else would say something like that? It's a total lie. I don't never ask for any freaking money. Okay. These people are stupid. Yesterday I thought, yeah, you know what? This is one of the reasons I don't like YouTube too much anymore. Everybody is a scammer. Let me tell you something. A scammer is somebody that sets up GoFundMe's and collect, $3,000-$4,000 for their birthdays and stuff like that and different things. I'd like to kick their ass. I got like 10 lists on Amazon. Yeah, see that day I was making that list, I was finding stuff and I meant to put my personal stuff, and I even had panties on that list that was supposed to be for my private list, y'all. I had to move that. But you know what I mean? It's just a wish list. I don't mean you gotta go buy some off of it. Oh my gosh. People, and I got a bunch of stuff like I'll put it in my cart and then I'll go back and save it for later. I do it all the time. Like I got probably hundreds of dollars worth of stuff saved. I'm probably never going to get. But the leather jacket, I'm going to get that. And those boots and those jeans. I'm going to get that. Maybe one at a time, but I'm going to get them. I've been wanting that jacket for like months and months. Well, I had one saved in my shopping cart, and then I found that one the other day, which it was just like what? It was like $40. And I was like, no, I'm going to get that one. I like sending stuff to creators that don't ask for things. You're the only ones that never ask. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. You've sent me a lot of stuff and I appreciate it. Like I had all my new ornaments come from you. The sloth, the little tin thing, all of it. I love it. Their tree ain't got no limbs yet. Yeah. Hey, they're stupid. People stupid on here. People are so jealous. See, the real problem is that people actually they're jealous because I have a community and people that like me. That's what it is. They're just jealous of me. Exactly. That's what the lists are for. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did make a mistake, but they didn't have to act like that. Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. My invite disappeared. Yeah, those invites only last so long on Discord. Let me get you another one before I get off here. They only last like for 24 hours unless you set it. Usually if I share them in my chat, I don't set them to last longer. Hold on a minute. Let me get in here. I haven't even been in Discord all weekend. Let's see. Invite people. Let me get the link. I get all quiet when I'm doing stuff, guys. I gotta concentrate. Copy. Oh, I was going to tell you, and I think we got time to do it. If anybody wants to exchange Christmas cards, send me an email. I will be checking my emails. Give me an email this week, and let's do it. Because Mommy Mars. Oh, and shout out to Mommy Mars. She sent me some cool stickers and stuff the other day through mail. I was feeling down in the dumps. I had no idea. Mark walked in. He's like, "You got a package from out west." I'm not going to say the state she's in. And I opened it up, and there was like all kinds of cute stickers and different things in there. And it just made my day. She got me this Dolly Parton sticker, and I just love it because that's what my granny calls me, Dolly. Anyways. Anyway, send me an email if you want to exchange Christmas cards because Mommy Mars, she sent me tons of Christmas cards and they're so cool. They are so cool. Yeah, she's a nice lady. She really is. She sent me a cool rooster magnet from one of the state parks out there. It's got roosters walking around in it, chickens. It's cool. She's a nice lady, big animal lover. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have a great day. I am gonna be live in the morning. Yeah, I can't be skipping every other day on my live stream. Sometimes I may just have to miss a live stream, but yeah, we're gonna try to stream every day, Monday through Friday, that is. And we'll try to do a member stream this week and do a shout out, maybe play a game, sit around and goof off. Probably be, see, what night's football? Thursday night? Thursday night, hopefully, if Smokey's not sick or anything. Anyways, y'all have a fabulous day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Be safe, be kind, peace. Oh, let me tell y'all something before I get off here. Y'all know how I always say be kind? Well, on TikTok, I found these two sisters that started a t-shirt company from their kitchen. And all their merchandise, all their tie-dye stuff is awesome. And all of it has be kind on it. I think it's called the Sunshine Sisters. I'll share the link in Discord and y'all can get on there and look at all their t-shirts and hoodies. And they're not expensive. Like a t-shirt's like 18 bucks. I don't find that expensive for a cool tie-dye t-shirt. They also had like some baseball shirts that were tie-dye. Says be kind on them with a peace sign. But I thought some of y'all might like the tie-dye merchandise. So I'll share the link. It's Christmas time. Some of y'all's daughters, granddaughters might want one. Anyways, have a great day. Be safe, be kind, peace.